One of the things that I learned at WordCamp last year was post locking. There's a feature in Gutenberg around post locking. So what I did is like I did some work around that and I figured out how to put conditional logic around block attributes. And then in turn, I could block posts from being published if they didn't meet criteria.
Hmm.
So what I ended up wanting to do here for a public thing, I wanted to put out a plugin that allowed content creators to install the plugin and be able to choose whether they wanted to show warnings, errors, or just ignore them in general. So they have full control over their content. So a button, for example, like a button is required to have text and is required to have a URL at a minimum. I mean, outside of the whole contrast ratio stuff. But right now, like by default with WordPress, you can publish a button without either one of those, and then creates a poor user experience. So what I did is I gave an option that you could turn both of these on, and that way, when you're writing content on your site, and if you forget to put a link in there because you're kind of going through things really quickly, the system will tell you. So it'll either block you or it'll give you a warning and gives you a nice little message in the sidebar, tells you exactly what you've done wrong and how to address it. So what I did recently over the summer was I built a developer API in that plugin and I released version 2.0 a couple weeks back. So what that developer API allows any other block developer to do is through a couple of really simple PHP functions and then one additional JavaScript file, they can leverage all of the checks that happen in my plugin so they can do validation on their own blocks. And it doesn't need to be about accessibility. You can go and make it validate against any of the attributes you want in your block. And I'm sure you can go beyond attributes. If you can do it in JS or PHP, you can validate it through that connection with the developer API. So I really wanted to put out something that other people could use and not just like look at the functionality that I was putting out there, but for other folks to be able to, build their own stuff alongside of it. So it integrates really seamlessly and it also integrates into the options pages that I've developed for my plugin. So developers don't really need to do a lot to leverage that system. So I'm pretty excited to put that one out there.